What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jay here. Unfair Sports. Yeah, we got a fun one here, right? We got this they're explaining what all that they're gonna do. Well, at least they're lying to us about what they what their factors are. And looking at the way this is going, man, I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot. There's a lot that makes me feel like they're gonna leave Florida State out, right? Florida State's gonna be the team that's gonna be completely left out of this entire scenario. And keeping it a buck, I feel bad for him, right? Like you go undefeated, you lose your quarterback, but your backup's coming. And when your backup shows up, they still gonna tell you, nah, bruh, you ain't good enough. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna kick you out. Let's talk about some of these rankings. I'm kind of curious to what y'all's thoughts are. Hop in the comments. Yeah, definitely add your questions, man. I'm here to answer questions and just chop it up. We're gonna talk rankings. We're gonna talk about the playoff reveal. We're gonna talk about the bowl games and everything because it's Selection Sunday, baby. This is what we getting, right? This is what we're here for. What's good? Al, I'm gonna keep it a buck. If you want me to talk about where Oklahoma ends up, I expect Oklahoma in New Year's Six. I expect the committee to recognize that Oklahoma beat SMU and Texas, who are both conference champions. Yeah, we lost road games by a combined 8 points to teams we probably shouldn't have lost to. Look at Irish. But guess what? But we good. The good thing is we definitely probably gonna close this bad boy out and get ourselves a nice bowl game. So New Year's Six is what I'm predicting, right? That's where I'm at. 5 to midnight, what it do? I know, right? We're here. We're here, right? We're at the point where the playoffs are selected. And I think that if anybody gets screwed, number on my list of people to get screwed, teams to get screwed, we'll do that first. Teams I think are going to get screwed in order is first Florida State. I think number two is Texas. And then the rest is the field. Because one of those two teams are getting screwed out of this. There's nothing about the committee that's going to say that they're going to allow a SEC champion out and a team that won 29 straight games out. And let me explain kind of what I mean when I say that, right? Like I don't think people understand really what I mean when I say about why, right? It's this. And you say this, Zane, but you might not be off. That's the thing that pisses me off about the committee because they have a love for Ohio State that I don't think should exist, right? Like it's something that I don't feel like is warranted. But with that, the ones that what makes me feel like the team's going to get screwed is Florida State's undefeated, and they lost their quarterback, but their backup is going to be back next week. And I think that should be enough for them to still be in there because I think that they're still a good enough team with their backup quarterback. Their defense is absurd. They have one of the best defenses out there. Georgia, what's the case for Georgia? Georgia has lost 2 games. Count it two since 2021, right? 2 games. Both of them won the SEC championship. So if you take the 2 games that they lost, SEC championship game, remember in 2021, they lost the SEC championship, still got in the playoffs, and then avenged their loss the second time. That's where the arguments around, oh, they beat this team kind of struggle because, and the legs aren't as good as they should be. Now, listen to me, as they should be. I only say this as they should be. The games played should matter. But where the legs hurt is Georgia lost in 2021 the conference championship and then blew out Bama for the national championship a month later, right? That happens. You beat a team early in the season, there's a chance you could lose to them the second time. We saw that with Miami, Ohio, and Toledo. We saw that if Oklahoma and Texas played again, Texas will be considered favorites because they do feel like in a neutral site a second time around, Texas will win that game. Oregon was shockingly a favorite against Washington, and then Washington got in them guts a second time, which is, right. So that is the crazy part because I'm trying to figure out where does Georgia sit in this, and where does Bama sit in this? because they're not going to keep the SEC team out because traditionally SEC has earned enough clout because they've won so many national championships over the last few years and nobody else has knocked them off. That's going to be kind of hard to keep them out. Florida State's the one I feel like is going to get screwed. Period. So yeah, good stuff. Keep posting those. Keep posting y'all's predictions. I'm gonna put them up here. I love seeing this. Purple, good one. Yep, Texas could potentially get in there. Y'all know I'm a hater. What up, Steve? Appreciate you pulling up as usual, man. You know, we'll talk in the court soon. Zane, I like that. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I drop your stuff in there. So yeah, these strength of schedules, strength of resume and strength of schedules. Bama's definitely the top one. So the resume comparisons really, really, really hurt Texas, right? So I think that's funny that they're saying fighting for this spot. Stink, what up? I want to see Bama and Texas both in the playoffs because all the excitement, excellent teams this year. Georgia and Ohio don't deserve to get in. I agree. The argument they're going to make for Georgia is that they've only lost 2 games in the last 3 years, and it was an SEC championship game, was both of them. 29-game win streak, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they're going to give us all the BS, right? We're going to get that. But you're right. It should definitely be the teams that we consider the best. And unfortunately, Texas is up there. Texas is up there with Bama. They're up there, to me, with Michigan. I would love, honestly, go ahead and give us what we want. Give us the Bama versus Texas rematch. No, don't give it a title game. Do that before. So we can go ahead and put to bed who's better later in the season and call it a day. Because if Bama goes out there and blasts Texas, then we'll be like, yep, see, try to tell y'all later in the season. Or if Texas goes out there and pulls a second one, and be like, see, there you go. That's what's going to happen. So I want to see them play each other because I want to see, I would like to see what that looks like. Or not. So Stink, thank you for the $10 donation to the family. Yeah, keep posting y'all's predictions. We're going to keep posting them up here. We got Fatty dropping his. We got, who is this? Michigan, Florida State, Wash, and Bama. Like, I'm Neo. This is a good one, too, because I really don't understand why people think that Washington ain't good, right? I doubted them on the Bleacher Report game when we did our predictions. And it wasn't because I thought that Washington wasn't good. I just thought that Oregon was playing lights out football. And then guess what happened? Washington still got up in them guts. And so we just like, all right, well, they took them out. Shut us all up. I think they've proved their point. Now, some are going to talk. No, there's always so many variables. That's the problem, is there's so many variables to argue on all sides. So, but I am here for that matchup. A lot of people they didn't sit right with a lot of people that they felt like they deserve it. I mean, they're one of the best 4 teams. They might be. But they're also, the schedule was whack this year, right? I really wish that Georgia and Oklahoma could have kept their game. I know it was recommended by the SEC to cancel it because the rematch would have been years down and it's a contract type deal. They should have kept that game. And then going into the SEC, they should have talked to them, the brass, about making it a home and home sooner rather than later. And it'd be a non-conference. Make it a conference game year 2 or something, year 3. They should have let the game keep going because then we would have had some answers at that point. Georgia might have already lost the game. If Oklahoma was still playing as hot as it was to start, they would have won that. They could have won that game too. So it would have been an interesting setup and conversation. Or they beat Oklahoma and Oklahoma beat Texas. Then what? Then the conversation changes, right? Then you've got a whole bunch of other variables. I wish they would have kept it. About to midnight's numbers here. Michigan, Washington, Alabama, Texas. That's the golden ticket. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I mean, so many people want this. So many people want there to be no SEC in there. It ain't gonna work. And you can confidently say this, Poop, huh? Is this what you can confidently tell me? Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's always about the best 4. Out of the 3, who's better? Georgia, Bama, Texas. Don't matter if they played each other. Who's better? Who do you think is the better teams? Because again, just because you win on the road as dogs, don't mean that you're gonna win the second time as dogs. My 4 votes. You're gonna put me on the spot, Steven, ain't you? All right, you got Michigan, you got Washington. I am a believer in Florida State's defense. I'm putting Florida State in because Florida State's defense is stupid. They're really good. I mean, they held a top 20 offense in Louisville to 6 points. Their defense is real. I think their defense can keep them in games. Now Rudemaker, we got to see what he can do now as a starting quarterback. Jordan Travis, of course, done more, but that Florida State defense is serious, and they've gotten better year as the season is for the most part later in the year. I'm here for it. All right. My fourth one though, this is where things get squirrely for me, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm about best win. Bama's in. Bama be the number one team in the country. I would pick Bama. Best win. That's it. Tanya, thank you as usual. You always showing love to the show. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Helps us continue to do what we do. They went in with a third stringer and won it. A third stringer. If I'm correct, Cardell Jones was QB3 on that team. And this year is really real. This year is really, to me, it feels a lot more wide open than it's been in the past, which is why I'm pissed off at my Sooners a little bit, because they should be in this argument. Actually, we should just go ahead and just be the one at the top, right? We should already be the one in and just completely shut everybody up. But yeah, Lemon, what it do? Yeah. Come on, you can't put Ohio State in there. We can't do that. We can't be doing this. We can't be doing this, putting Ohio State in there. Nah, man. I ain't here for that. I ain't here for nothing about Ohio State. I hate that the committee loves them so dang much. And that's kind of like one of my quorums with them. They have a love obsession with Ohio State. I don't think Ohio State deserves to be in there at all. So we saw the FPI dropped. And so did the get your FPI. You've got your, let me pull that up for y'all so y'all can see it. So I think that's kind of interesting. And of course, as you look at this, the computers are probably still high. The computers are still raging. They got Michigan, Ohio State, and Penn State as your 1, 2, 3. Then you've got Oregon 4, Alabama 5, as you can see down the list. Ain't nothing about this telling me that Penn State's better than anybody on this list. Penn State would not be a favorite in a single game on this list. Like, the FPI seems to have a very nice slant towards the Big Ten for some reason. And I don't understand why. That's one of those, y'all tripping. Y'all tripping if you think this is like serious, right? But I do like the fact that Oklahoma's getting a little bit of respect from somewhere. We don't get very much respect as of late. That's not what we do. But the beauty is, we should be able to prove ourselves in this bowl game. We should be able to get a little bit of love in this bowl game, right? Yep, I'm about to look at the AP poll as we speak now, Lemon. I did see that. I'm about to pull that up next because I want to talk about both and kind of compare what they feel like is going to hit next. So let's go and look and see this is what the AP poll looking like, right? AP poll to me reflects closer to what we probably gonna see out of this, right? You got Michigan, Washington, Texas moving to 3 was interesting, and I think the AP poll voting them up there was more so because they just not, everybody sold on Rudemaker doing something for Florida State, which is whack, right? It's pretty whack. that people think that they don't deserve any love. I'm yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't feel like Florida State should be discounted with as good as a defense as they have, but I digress. That's just me. I'm different. I love that Russ is just on that hill, man. Bama's trash. They literally just beat Georgia. No way. Tulane's in top 25 because they were highly rated and they just fell. They lost to SMU, who moves up to 17, which makes us look even better. Brace yourselves, guys. It's coming. I'm about 5 seconds behind, so don't spoil it. 10 seconds in line. So let's see what this look like. See what this look like. Hey man, I love your confidence there, Poop. But we watching it. Michigan's number one. Best part is that here's the best part. Michigan's gonna win the national championship, y'all, and all those wins gonna get vacated. I said that soon as this cheating stuff came out. Number two better be Washington. Period. Yep. There we go. We're on the right track, baby. Washington. Should we see a Washington versus Texas rematch? Hop in the comments. Let me know what y'all thoughts on. Because remember, Washington played Texas last year in the bowl game and beat them. Y'all want to see that again? Y'all want Texas to get revenge? Right, Steven. That's it. The easiest two are out. We're good on those. Now give me the ones where y'all had to think. Whew. We getting there, folks. We getting there. We getting there. Thank y'all pulling up today. Good time. Texas! Holy Nikes! Texas got in. So they're following the AP. They following the AP. They following the AP. They following the AP. So you get Texas versus Washington in the rematch. They got them in there. So that means Bama's in. That means Bama's in. That means Bama's in. They should put Oklahoma in and just piss everybody off. Nah. They for real about to leave out an undefeated team. So when Florida State wins their bowl game, can they claim the national championship? Ooh, Florida State fans are going to be in shambles. In shambles. Georgia. So no three-peat. I told y'all there wasn't going to be no three-peat this year, too. I tried to tell people that at the beginning of the season. If Bama couldn't do it back in their heyday, Georgia wasn't going to do it. All right, y'all ready? Brace yourselves. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that, Les. I'd give it to you. Good call. Alabama. Left out. Wow. 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 That's it. That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. Ain't that crazy? Wow. 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 This is bananas. I mean, if you want me to burn it, poop, sure, send it. Cause I ain't wearing that burnt orange, baby. You know, horns down on this in these streets. It'd be funny though if y'all did embarrass your mark, but nah, I don't see it. I think Washington beats Texas. Yep, FSU got screwed. I told y'all there's gonna be screwed. There's no on my list. People getting screwed. They're getting screwed. The best teams, and the best team was considered. Wow, wow, ain't that crazy though? People losing their minds on this one, man. This is what we looking at. So OU's headed to probably gonna head to a NY6 game. That's the game I'm excited about. I want that. I want Washington. I want everybody to doubt Washington, and I want them to go out there and cook. I want them to cook them boys. Oh, we may get the matchup that we was looking for, right? Cotton Bowl, OU versus Georgia. Hey man, everybody wants to see it. It may be here. It may be here. I love that, Neo. I'm here for that. I hate you, poop. I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight you for that. But that's a good point. It's a good point. That's not happening. USC doesn't travel when they suck. So that ain't happening. That's not happening, Corey. They don't travel when they suck. So let's look at these bowl games. Yeah, man, they are going in on the deserve word. And watch this conversation basically lead to this is why we had to do what we did about the 12. Nah, Corey, I don't want to waste my time against them. We beat up on a weak USC team or we get beat by a weak USC team. I don't even want to put that in our system. They don't deserve our energy. I want OU. I want OU versus Georgia in the what you call it. Give me Oklahoma versus Georgia. That's what I want, y'all. Give me OU versus Georgia. I want it. Alamo is going to be Arizona taking on probably Oklahoma State. I think Oklahoma State takes on Arizona in the Alamo. Nice. Oh, you know they already prepared, baby. Rumor has it they're already prepping to travel places to start prepping for the matches. So I expect them to be prepared. Makes sense. Ooh wee! I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of excited about these games. I just want to watch Texas lose. That's all I want to see. How we feeling? OU. I want. That's what I want. I want OU Georgia. I know, Jacob. I'm sorry, dog. Hey, man. Told you I thought they was gonna be the ones gonna get kicked out. It felt like it, man. It felt like it this entire time. So now the questions: what these bowl games gonna look like? I don't want to do the Peach Bowl. I don't think the Peach Bowl is one that we should be going to. Um, Orange Bowl will be fine too, but Cotton Bowl is what I want. I'm sad I can't go though. I'll be out of town that entire week on a trip with my kids, so I want it. I know my boy is dying right now. My boy TJ over there at Double Fries No Slaw for Florida State. I know he hot right now. I know he's probably punching the air. He's probably shooting up stuff. I need to check on TJ. So man, feels like yesterday. Look at this. Look at this. Oof. Oh man. Whoa, 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 whoa. James, don't disrespect me like that. I love peaches. Subtles, I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna punch you when I see you, when I talk to you again. We'll probably talk in the next hour. Don't play yourself. Dog, this is bananas to me that they actually left Florida State out of here, man. They actually left they actually did it. I think it's not that I feel like it's absurd that they did it. It's more so that they actually did what they said they was gonna do. They actually said that they were gonna put the best teams in there, and they took the best four teams, and one of them was the fifth one was undefeated. They took two one-loss teams over an undefeated team. That is bananas to me that they actually did it. They actually said that they were going to pick the best teams in their eyes. Oh man, I feel so bad for Florida State fans. So bad. So bad. I'm not saying they got it wrong. I'm just saying that I can't believe they did it. Right? They actually did it. Like, this is not something I would have expected. Uh, I was really hoping to see y'all play Texas. That would have been fun. And Brian, this is why we're going to 12, so that we can argue the 12th team in the playoffs in the future. But to be honest, I'll be honest on it. I'm gonna drop a video whenever we figure out where we're gonna go today. Should go live again tonight, as we traditionally do. That the 12 team is going to make it a lot easier in these arguments, because we really shouldn't be arguing who the 12 team getting in is. No one should give a give a flying about that. No one should care. It doesn't make sense to care about that game. That's the only one that makes no sense to really care. When you get to 12, that 12, it don't matter. They put in whoever you want to. Put in the lowest, the highest ranked three loss team that has it the best win. And then at that point, when they play the first round of the playoffs, we'll know if they're good enough or not. Period. So 11 and 12 is going to be an interesting argument next year. This makes sense. This makes the most sense. I feel bad for Florida State though. Like everyone tells you just went out and you're good. Just went out and you're good. And guess what? They won out and they still ain't good. But that's how the committee works, man. We've seen this. So Michigan's going to make them go cross country. I like that. I do not like Washington and Texas at the Sugar Bowl. They're making Washington travel cross country as the number 2 seed. That's just horrendous. Horrendous. Washington's hardcore going to be the disadvantage in this one. Eric, I love that you brought this up. You make a dang good point. Just saw this pop up in the chat. I'm waiting for it to come back. There it is. Absolutely. If Florida State and Clemson are smart, they get the hell up out that conference. Leave. You leave that conference. You leave it and you figure out something else, because the fact that they got y'all in this situation right now for being in your conference and they don't respect y'all enough to put y'all in with y'all's backup quarterback. Yeah, man. You gotta go. Y'all gotta go. Get the heck up out of there. Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go. Man, everybody's arguing it. Yep, Tallahassee watch party. Look, they ain't happy. They shouldn't be either. Like, they shouldn't be happy. You were told to win out and you be good. Ugh. Now, let's hear the excuse. Hold a second. Fair lemon. Let me hear what they got to say. Hold a second. I can see the SEC getting them.
Coach Norvell, their players, their fans, an incredible season. But as you look at who they are as a team right now, without Jordan Travis, without the offensive dynamic that he brings to it, they are a different team. And the committee voted Alabama 4 and Florida State 5. There are a number of people in that committee room who have football backgrounds. Jim Grove, great coach at Wake Forest. You had Will Shields, who's a Hall of Fame player. You've got Joe Taylor, great coach. Chris Paul, great coach. When they were debating,
you talking about the eyes? Yes. There's a recruit coming through. We'll talk about that on another video. Let's hear what they got to say.
I think it's one of the questions that we do ask is from a coaching standpoint. Who do you want to play? Who do you not want to play? And as we go through that again, where we are today, right? Not where we were 3 weeks ago or 8 weeks ago. Who do they want to play? Who do they not want to play? And they've got significant voice in the room. and as we went through that, and we went around and around. Late last night, came back again this morning to do it again, and again, we came back with um, the top scores we did in Florida State 5.
How many times did you go through that process?
Half dozen, eight.
How many times?
Six.
How many times did it come out differently from this final version?
No, it was much more the debate in the room, right? As we're going around it, and each person, at one point in time, it was each person spoke about where they were with all of it, right? With 1 and 2, where are we with 3 and 4, and 5 and 6, and making sure that we got that right. But there was never a rush moment, Reese. There was never a, hey, it's this or that, or this time or that time. We just wanted to make sure we got it right, which is why we came back again this morning and went through all of it again.
We talked over the last couple of weeks, Boo, about the injury to Jordan Travis. In the protocol that the committee is bound to evaluate when coaches or players aren't there, or if they aren't going to be there. How would you say you balance that part of the evaluation for Florida State against Alabama beating the team that you guys had ranked number 1?
All right, we got a super chat in here. Let me snag that bad boy. Give me a second. I see you, buddy. All right, if Florida State, Clemson leave, Big Ten and SEC agree, yeah, that's probably going to be a super conference at that point. It'll be those two conferences and then everybody else. And to be absolutely honest, if you do that, then you're probably losing. They're probably going to find a way to break off from the NCAA. Like, why stay in it if you got those two mega conferences, right? Like, what's the point? So I can see both of them going to the SEC, making that massive. It's crazy that they actually did this, though. They actually pulled it off.
It really wasn't. I mean, when you think about the differences that'll be going on in scheduling and everything that happens with those teams as they do going into the new conference, I mean, again, feel horrible for Coach Norvell, the players, but again, they're a different team now than they were earlier in the year. And, it's been a long couple of days.
Number 1 team in your rankings, Michigan, they've played half their schedule, although 6 of their 13 games without their head coach on the sideline. How did that factor into the evaluation of Michigan?
In the room, as we talk about it, so much of it is about player leadership, right? And the young men that run the program and driving.
Man, it's probably so many legal hurdles to go through to make that happen. But I don't know. I really don't know what it would be, but I don't know how they'd be able to do it. They would be able to legally figure it out. The NCAA ain't got no leg to stand on right now the way they're doing stuff. To keep it a buck, they don't. Yeah, Boo gave us all kinds of BS and platitudes, and Florida State's not the same team. I mean, yeah, you lose your starting quarterback. I totally get that. What's the point in winning out?
With a COVID-19 dead period back in the day, negotiating with the NCAA, and that's where Michigan landed. So he missed the first 3 games. And Michigan was notified by the NCAA and Big Ten of allegations from an elaborate sign-stealing scheme. Connor Stallions resigned from his position. Harbaugh served another 3-game suspension that was an institutional penalty, but the penalty was that the head coach couldn't be there for the remainder of the regular season. They continued to win, and their last night beat Iowa and won their 3rd straight Big Ten title. It has been about 30+ years
Oh man, this is wild. All right, now they're talking to Michigan's coach, and we don't want to hear from him whatsoever. Um, yeah, they ain't gonna do that. They don't have respect like we do. We would purposely lose our first round game just to spite the Big 12. I'm lying too. We totally gonna win that. He does have a doorknob for a chin. That is very true. I'm gonna keep this. We're gonna hang out for a bit still. No reason to shut her down, and we can chat back and forth. 100%. Guess what? They're gonna win that championship, y'all. To be pissed off right now, they're gonna vacate every single one of them damn wins, which is wild. Which is wild. Hmm. This is interesting. I believe it gets announced today. It should be announced soon. Like that's actually what I'm kind of waiting around for. Let me go see. Yeah, I believe it comes on here. So it'll be on like in the next, probably in the next few minutes after they finish talking to these coaches about them getting into the bowl game. So y'all can stick around and hang out. If you want to leave, come back. Feel free. If you want to check it, we gonna stay here. We're gonna talk through all of this and figure out where we're gonna end up. But I do love the idea that was thrown up of Oklahoma playing against. Um, Michigan versus Alabama. All right, I got one of y'all. Give me y'all thoughts. Michigan, Alabama. What's y'all score? Ah, that's a good point, James. Thank you. So I was looking it up, and it said that they announced them starting with the playoff games and then go. So I'm probably gonna shut this bad boy down. I'm gonna go find some food, um, and then we're just gonna sit around and wait for these bowl games to hit. Um, I'm still trying to chew and figure this out. Give me y'all score prediction for Michigan Bama though before we roll. I want to know what y'all got. Michigan Bama, give me what you got. All right. Good stuff. Oh, we got some Bama wins. We've got Georgia wins. I mean, Bama wins. We got Michigan wins. I love this. Look at that. Bama. And Brian, I'm with you. I don't know which is which. Um, Michigan. Michigan's got a couple votes. Look at that. Wow, that's a blowout. Okay. All right. All right. Come on, keep them scores coming in. All right, let's talk about Texas and Washington. Who y'all think Tech gonna win? After you give me your Bama Michigan one, give me a Texas Washington prediction. Be honest, I think Washington wins that game. I think they win it for the second year in a row against Texas. No, I do not want UGA versus Florida State in the Orange Bowl. So it looks like there's a report coming out that let me go see. Let me go to Twitter. Let me go to the Bird app and see who all is getting where. Let's see. Michigan is a 2.5 point favorite against Bama in the Rose Bowl. Makes sense with that travel. What is the Texas? I want to know what the Texas one is. FanDuel, we got. So Michigan, Texas, Bama, Washington's at the bottom. Oh, they're disrespecting them boys. Love it. Gimme that. Gimme that. So Georgia might end up in the Orange Bowl. Yeah, this is what we're looking at the odds. Y'all want to see these odds? I know y'all like this stuff like I do. I'm a nerd. So y'all want to see the odds. Let me give y'all the odds. These are what FanDuel's odds are right now. That's yeah, I'm here for that. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting, right?
Why would you say that your team was able to finish the deal yesterday? What is it about this team? Because Georgia came, responded, gave you a punch, and you needed to finish the game. What's the key factor in getting into the point that they were able to do that? Well, this team has shown great resiliency all year long. I mean, we've been behind in several games, came back in the second half. We knew that when you play a team like Georgia and you play teams like we're going to play in the playoffs,
No, James. The Cotton Bowl is not a playoff spot. It's not. Playoff spots are the Orange. The Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl this year, and the national championship is in Houston at Energy. So the Cotton Bowl is just the New Year's Six. Let me go find one of these leaks about bowl games. Let's see who's going where. Everybody's hurting for FSU right now, which is hilarious. Everybody. Beaton Bow pulled up on Eddie Pierre Louis. Let's see, Orange Bowl.
I think they'll learn, how to be a point guard. I've said this many, many times. In a quarterback position, you have to distribute the ball to somebody every play. And your choices and decisions are paramount in being able to do that in an efficient manner. And he learned how to do that. He learned that he didn't have to make every play.
Huh. So Florida State, so Louisville got knocked off. That's just disrespectful to them boys. I feel bad for them. That's a possibility. One more. It's not one more spot. Anyway, let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find anything else good to pop up here because we are in Jim Harbaugh. This is brazy.
Coach Booker talked about how good Jalen Milroe has become from USF till now. But from a coaching staff standpoint, how have you guys had to adjust to some of the playmaking skills of Jalen Milroe? Because at times it's ad lib, and they just love cutting away to you on the sidelines when some of these
They change their mind every week on how this goes.
you guys had to adjust to his style of play. Go, Jalen. I think our coaching staff has done a phenomenal job of taking the players that we have on offense, taking Jalen's skill set, helping him develop as a passer in the passing game to be able to process, throw the ball to the right guy, throw it on time. It's helped our receivers and our entire offensive team gain a tremendous amount of confidence in him, but also to design things that he is exceptionally good at in terms of whether it's a quarterback run that puts a lot of pressure on the defense, which I think has helped our entire running game. We've actually run the ball more. Put some quarterback runs in and some things that they have to defend on the perimeter because of his skill set. So,
yeah, I hope Texas takes it to the chin. Sorry, Texas fans. I want Washington to keep this Cinderella story going.
Nick, I figure I better ask this question now because you're not going to want to be hearing stuff like this in Pasadena. Winningest team in the history of college football, Michigan. Number 2, Alabama. Nobody's won more national championships than Alabama. Going to Pasadena, grandest stage in college football, place where you won your first title as the head coach of the Crimson Tide. What about, as a guy who appreciates the history of the sport, what do you anticipate that spectacle and that scene to be like?
Well, it's going to be fantastic. It's a great competitive venue. It's a great environment. Growing up in the Big Ten.
We gotta wait for these dang bold predictions. All right. This is stupid. All right, y'all. Y'all wrap this up. Y'all keep talking noise to each other. I love seeing it. I don't want Oklahoma to play Liberty. That would be gross. I don't want to play Liberty. Liberty has the 133rd ranked schedule. That would be awful for Oklahoma because that has no benefit whatsoever. It wouldn't be any benefit to Oklahoma whatsoever doing that. So, all right, we hung out. It was a great time. I appreciate all y'all pulling up. We'll be back later tonight. Sooner or later, sports show will go live tonight. Give you a full reaction from the panel of folks to talk about where we're going. And I'll have a video up talking about the bowl game and why we deserve wherever we end up and why we got hosed and wherever we end up. It'll probably be one or the other. So we'll roll with that. And y'all enjoy this afternoon. Let's chop it up a little bit later.